Good morning, this is Paul, and today I'm going to show you a new strategy I'm using to get cuttings to root quickly during the growing season. Now hopefully you saw our last episode. That was Scott's dark star. This one is my dark star, and it takes full sun quite well in our area in Southern California, and it's topping the trellis nicely, and it's actually getting quite crowded down below. Now believe it or not, this was one cutting 15 months ago, and I've actually given away 3 cuttings. So anyways, this piece right here, it's getting a little crowded on the trellis, so I'm going to take this cutting here in a moment, and I'll show you why I selected this one. Is because it's a little crowded over here, and the tip of this branch here has been eaten by the bugs, so it's going to stop growing there. So this will be a nice large cutting for me to propagate. I really like dark star, and that way I can replace it with this lovely two-sided piece that came from a graft of the dark star from the same plant, same DNA. So all this is the same, but look at that two-sided, pretty interesting. So anyways, I'm gonna take this cutting right now, and then I'm gonna show you my new strategy. And I think you're gonna find it quite interesting, or at least I hope you do, and I've been very successful with it so far, at 100% success rate this season. So it's really quite simple. I always label my dragon fruit here, and I take a nice cutting right here at the callus. So I'll get right and zoomed in for you. It's a little hard to do one-handed, sorry. There we go. And I like to take my cutting right here, right at the base. So let me do that now. Just like that. Okay, so let me take this off of the tape here and go get set up, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so it's been about 3 to 5 minutes since I cut that cutting. And so now I'm gonna sprinkle some rooting hormone. I like to use Hormex number 8, just a light sprinkle. It's the product I use, it's great. And so once I sprinkle it on there, this cutting, I immediately place it onto my growing medium, just like that, and leave it alone for about a week. So this is Fox Farm and coconut coir and worm castings from Vermistera, and it's all mixed up, and I do not water it. It's dry, and again, just leave all that alone for a week in the full shade. This is the shady side of our greenhouse, and it's been working really well for me. Now in a case like this cutting, this is a flesh to stem hack. I would not recommend doing it this way. You want this to callus over because you're going to get rot in here if you do it immediately. So that is a different cutting. This works really well on a typical stem cutting. All right, let me go show you the inside the greenhouse. You can see the results that I've seen so far this growing season. So here we are in the greenhouse, and all of these cuttings I've done the same process, and they're about 2, 3, and 4 weeks into this method, and I've had great success. Now when I water them, and again this is during the growing season, I water them very lightly, just mainly onto the plant, very lightly, just like that, and that's about it on the plants up front. And I'll do that every day, every other day, until I notice roots, and then I'll start drenching the soil much more. So I'm having much more success and faster success using this method. So I've had 0 rot so far, knock on wood, but man, I really like using this strategy. It seems to get the cuttings to root quicker, especially if they are young cuttings during the growing season. Okay, give us a like and a subscribe. I hope this helps. Have a wonderful day. Take care.